The Trickster by Moment Johnson. Mary was outside playing with the ball in the yard. She threw it up in the air and watched it drop back down to the ground. She bent over to pick it up and whoosh! A huge gust of wind blew her dress up over her head. "Who did that?" she asked, but there was no answer. Later, Mary was back outside playing tag with her shadow. She kept feeling the wind hit her like a slap, knocking the bonnet off her head. Every time she put it back on, the wind would come and blow it off again. "Who keeps taking my hat?" she hollered, but there was no answer. Mary was building a castle in the sandbox. She was making a tower for each person in her family. Every time she built a new tower, the wind would blow harder, scattering sand and throwing it in her face. "Who keeps throwing sand at me?" she wondered, but there was no answer. In the evening, Mary was having dinner outside with her family. As they were eating, a strong rush of wind came and blew her napkin off the table. Mary went to pick it up. Just as she bent over to get it, a breeze blew the napkin further from her reach. She walked over to it again and again bent to pick it up. But once more, the napkin moved away from her. "Who keeps moving my napkin?" she yelled. "It's just the wind, honey," her father laughed. "No," Mary shouted angrily. "Someone is playing tricks on me." She decided she would trick the trickster. Mary pretended to be looking at her parents, then quickly jumped on her napkin before anyone could move it. "Look, I tricked him," Mary said. "I got my napkin." "Tricked who?" her mother asked. "The person who keeps teasing me." "There's no one, sweetie. It's just the wind blowing." "You're wrong," Mary said. "I will catch him and prove someone is playing tricks on me." The next day, Mary set up a trap to catch whoever had been teasing her. She put a piece of candy under a box and propped it up with a stick. When the trickster tried to take the candy, the stick would fall, trapping him under the box. Mary hid behind the bushes and waited for the trickster. She heard something in the trees. When she turned to look, she saw leaves swirling around in the wind. They blew across the yard and straight at the box. The stick snapped and the box dropped down. Mary excitedly went to see who she had trapped. But when she lifted it up, nothing was inside, not even the candy. "Who took the candy?" she asked, but there was no answer. Mary decided to set up a new trap. She put a net on the ground and tied it to a tree branch. If the trickster ran by, the net would fly up, trapping him in the tree. As Mary began walking away to find a hiding spot, a sudden blast of wind blew across the yard and knocked her down. The net flew up into the air with her inside, trapping her in the tree. "Who knocked me down?" she screamed, but there was no answer. Her mother ran outside to see what the noise was. "Mary, what are you doing up there?" she asked. "I'm trying to catch the trickster," Mary answered, "but he caught me instead." "I told you, Mary, it's just the wind. If it bothers you so much, come inside," she said while getting her daughter out of the tree. The next day, Mary was taking the clean laundry off the clothesline. It was becoming rather difficult. The wind wouldn't stop blowing, and the sheets kept wrapping themselves around her. Before long, she was tangled up inside them. Mary was so confused in the sheet bundle that when she tried to move away, she and the sheet both went tumbling into the mud. She was furious. "Who did that?" she called out. This time, instead of nothing, she heard a soft chuckle in the trees. "You're going to get me in trouble," Mary yelled. She saw a stream of wind blow from the trees towards the clothesline. More sheets shook and fell down into the mud. "Stop!" she demanded. "Look what you've done!" "I'm just having fun," whispered a quiet voice in the wind. "You're ruining everything!" she yelled back. "It's just a little wind," she heard the voice say. "But you're going to get me in trouble," Mary said with a pout. "I'm lonely," whispered the voice. "Every day you play outside and don't even notice me. I just wanted a friend." Mary saw a slight figure appear in the trees, but just as quickly as she noticed it, it disappeared. Mary got an idea. "If you stop playing tricks on me," she told him, "I'll be your friend. I have a great idea." If you'd like to purchase The Trickster, please visit www.amazon.com. And to learn more about the author, Moment Johnson, please visit www.losttruthpress.com.